Hello everyone, Mary Morning here, and I'm back with a new video about deja vu, kind of one of my favorite topics. The reason I'm doing this video is that I just experienced another deja vu just the other day, having a conversation with some friends. Now, I'll go back and explain what deja vu is. So I experience it as sort of knowing that you've been in this place or time or space before, feeling like you've experienced that whole experience previously. Now, I used to get deja vu constantly, but it was only flashes, like, you know, you recognize a sign, you recognize a person, you might have a little glimpse of a conversation where you think, oh, I think we've talked about this before. But it's very brief. That's what I used to experience, was very brief. They didn't happen all the time, and they were rare. And what I kind of understood it to mean is that you're sort of in the right place at the right time. You're supposed to be doing that. You know, maybe a sign to say, oh, you're on the right track, keep going, kind of thing. That's what I thought it was. Now I'll go in to tell you about what I've been experiencing for the past year. And it's a little different. So it started with a conversation I had with friends at least a year ago, because it was in the summer. And we were having a conversation. We were on our bikes, we were out in the woods, and we were having a conversation and talking about a very specific topic that is not something you would normally repeat. It wasn't something that I knew anything about, so it wasn't like I would have been talking about this topic over and over again. It's not something I would have brought up. So this friend starts talking, and I realize, you know, this is what happens, right? I realize somewhere in the conversation that I've experienced this before. And that's when it turns into this strange deja vu feeling, because you're thinking, we've talked about this before. And we were in this certain place before. And we were all standing the same way we're standing right now. And it sort of brings you to that voyeur place where you look outside of the conversation and think, I've been here before. Don't know what's going on, but I've been here before. And so you just keep going on with the conversation, but then the other people are repeating what they would have said before. And you're answering the questions, or you're, you know, going along with the conversation the same way. So that was the first time. You know, what we talked about in that conversation, I don't know if there was something in that for me that I was supposed to clue into. And, you know, you sort of think, okay, is the universe sending this to me again so I can actually get the message this time and not play it off? Anyways, I try not to overanalyze this stuff. But okay, then it happened again, and I'm not talking about little glimpses here, folks. Like, it's not little glimpses of, oh, I've been here before, oh, this friend said that before, you know, like that was normal deja vu for me. I'm talking about whole days of, I've been here before, we've done this before. So the second time was in Toronto. And I was there with friends, and we were in a store, and I kid you not, the entire conversation went exactly the same way that it did the first time. Only this time, I'm kind of outside of myself going, what the heck is going on? And we're talking about multiple people saying the same thing. not just one friend that you're having a conversation with and you're having the same, sort of talking about the same topic again. I'm talking about multiple people saying the same phrase in a conversation. Deja vu, but a good hour-long deja vu. And you are aware that you're in the deja vu. This is the strange part about it. So it happened again, just a day ago. Had a conversation with somebody. And you realize, you click in going, okay, I've had this conversation. And again, it was with several people. And again, they kind of chimed in and said the same things that they said in the previous conversation. And you know where it's going because you've already done this conversation. So it's really a bizarre feeling. Yeah, I'm not talking about glimpses here. I'm talking about this last one was a good 20 to 30 minute conversation that I have had before. That is the second time I've had that conversation. And I mean as in all the participants saying the very same things that they said before. So here's where I'm kind of posing to you guys. Like, this is happening in my life, and it's speeding up, and it's happening more often. So what do you think it is? Is it, the universe or your guides trying to tell you, hey, here's a clue. Pay attention this time. I'm going to send you the same conversation so that maybe you'll get it this time. Or could it be what people are talking about as far as dimensional shifting? I know a lot of people don't know what I'm talking about, but I think in the spiritual community, this is a big thing people talk about, the shift, and talking about shifting dimensions and that sort of thing. So do you think it's that? Do you think you've actually had that conversation before? And you're going, and time is a little, messed up now, so you're going to have that conversation again. What some people will call it the Mandela effect. If you don't know what that is, Google it. I'm not going to explain Mandela effect. There's lots of people out there talking about it. It's all over YouTube. So I'm not the only one sort of talking about it. The next thought I had was, is this a wake-up call? Like, is something important about to happen that I need to sort of step back and go, okay, what is it? What's about to happen? In the previous things, I think in both instances on the previous two times that it happened, I was having a bad day, and things kind of didn't go my way. But I'm not talking about like a terrible day where, your life blows up and, everything goes, it's not the Tower card. Just small things, small things didn't go well. Both of those days before that those conversations happened. This third one, I'm trying to figure out, because that day went just fine. Is it a wake-up call? Is it a, hey, pay attention kind of thing? If you folks out there have any ideas or any sort of, clue as to why this is happening, why it's speeding up, why it's not just little glimpses anymore, why is it, anywhere from 20 minutes up to a full day of deja vu now. Why is that? And this started about a year ago. So yeah, if you can give me any ideas or what you think it is, I would be greatly appreciated. So let me know what you think. What are your theories? You know, do you think of it as a Mandela effect? Do you think of it as, you know, your spirit guide trying to get your attention? Do you think, is it, you know, a wake-up call? What do you think it is? Or anything else? Anyways, I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.